To use the Calc menu, first you need to enter in an equation. So I'm going to go up to the upper left corner of the graph keypad and to the y equals button. I'll press y equals, and now I'll enter in my equation. So I'm going to press 3x squared minus 6x plus 4. And then I'll press graph in the upper right corner of the graph keypad area. Now that's okay, but it seems like my parabola is a little narrow, so I'm going to go over to the window button, second from the left on the graph keypad area. I'm just going to make my x-axis a little less wide, so I'm going to choose -5, and then press the down arrow key, and then press 5. And now I'll press the graph button again. I'd like to determine the nadir point, or the minimum point, of this particular parabola. So I'm going to press second, and then the trace button again, to get the Calc menu. And now I'm going to move to the minimum function, which is number 3. I'm going to press enter to select the minimum function, and now notice I have some more features to my graph. First of all, in the upper left corner of the screen I have my function. y1 equals 3x squared minus 6x plus 4. In the lower left area, I have, in this case, x equals 0, and just to the right of the y-axis I have y equals 4. Notice that I get a little trace symbol, or trace cursor, on the actual graph, and I have one additional piece of information. The calculator is asking me for a left bound, so it's asking me to set a left point to its search. I'm going to move my cursor using the directional arrow keys in the main keypad to approach the nadir of my parabola. Now, I want to be careful here. I don't want to get too close to it. I just want to give the calculator some decent parameters to search with. So I'm going to move to the left until I'm very sure that my cursor is to the left of that nadir point, and then I'm going to press the Enter key in the lower right corner of the main keypad area. Notice once I do that, I get another question. Now it's asking me for the right bound. So now I'm going to press the right arrow keys to move past the nadir point. So I'm going to make sure that that cursor is to the right of that point, and I'm going to press Enter again. The calculator is going to ask me for one additional piece of information. It wants to know what my best guess is for that nadir point. So now I'm going to use the directional arrow keys to cue that thing right up to approximately where I think the nadir is probably going to be, and then I'm going to hit Enter a third and final time. Now, the calculator gives me the word minimum, and says when x equals 1, y equals 1. So now I know that the minimum value for this particular parabola is 1, 1.